I don't have slides. All right. So I currently work full-time. Okay, let me just restart. My name is Alexia Katjivikua Black. I'm passionate about business and personal growth. I work full-time in the corporate sector, and alongside that, I'm proud to serve as a supervisor in the Forever Marketing Plan, a journey I started just a year ago. All right, and beyond business, I'm a wife, I'm a mother of four, and I'm actually excited to share this journey with you, and hopefully I will add value. All right. So just to explain briefly, I actually chose not to focus too much on slides today. I did prepare slides, but last minute I decided not to share them because I realized something. Sometimes slides can limit the message when the flow is not right. Last night it was not flowing for me, and I decided let me just do away with the slides. So, and the topic of today is something you just cannot just read from a screen. It's something that you need to understand, feel, and reflect on in your own business. All right. So instead of rushing through slides, I'd rather talk to you directly in a practical way. So today I want to speak to you about something that will determine whether you stay in this business for a long time or whether you keep starting over and over again every other month or even call it quits. So fellow FBOs, before I say it, I want you to take a guess. Let me just see in the comment section, what do you think it is? What do you think is today's topic? Some of you already know it. Some of you are experiencing it. So please write your answer in the chat box and let's see what is that we're experiencing every day and that might make us, or that makes us start every other month or even call it quits. So I'm waiting for your chats. Do I have people in the room? Please just write one word, what you think that today's topic is, what many of us struggle with, what we go through in this business. I see disappointment, I see comfort zone, I see discipline, very close. I see fear. I see rejection. All right. But even with all that, my leaders, people are still struggling. So let me be honest with you. All right. What we struggle with is not motivation. It's not how hard you work business if your money is not growing. And let me repeat that, FBOs, you cannot grow a business if your money is not growing. Okay, so if every month looks the same for you, you you're doing the same case credits, you're going through the same pressure, you have the same struggles, then the issue is not the business. Then the issue is how you handle your money. Because I've observed a pattern, even in my team. People order the same credits, case credits, the CCs, or the values of the CCs every month is the same. And then they disappear for a month or two. Then they come back and you actually wonder, and now they start with even less CCs than they were doing before. And you ask yourself, but what happened? It's either three things. The stock is not moving. It's sitting somewhere under the bed or in a cupboard. Or they've used the products themselves without paying. Or they took the business money and used it for their own personal things. And guys, that is where the problem starts. That is where the problem starts. Because this business of ours is very simple, but it's not easy. Just like any other business, we need to treat this business just like any other business. If you sell and use the money for your personal use, obviously your business will shrink. But if you sell and reinvest, your business will grow. All right. So what do we do? For example, if you buy stock of $1,000 and you sell them at 1,500, because we're selling at a profit. If you're an assistant supervisor, you sell at 30% profit. That extra money that you make, that 30%, is not for celebration yet. The time will come where you will take something for yourself, but we need to start reinvesting it strategically. All right, we need to put back the money into areas that multiply results, such as skills. Do a course, even do a presentation skills course, systems, or products that sell consistently. Can pay ads through social media. That is multiplying your effort. But please, let's replace stock and then grow stock. All right. So your business grows when your stock grows, not when your spending grows. So fellow FBOs, let's avoid lifestyle inflation. Now, because you're making extra, the temptation is to spend more. And that is where financial discipline comes in. It means growing your business first before upgrading your lifestyle. All right. And something I actually also wanted to talk about is which is quite serious, is giving products on credit. And this is where most of my team members are struggling. We give products on credit. I understand why we do it, because we want to help people. We don't want to lose customers. But fellow FBOs, listen carefully. Credit kills cash flow, and cash flow is king. Credit kills cash flow. All right, let me give you a real example. For example, you get a client who would say they will pay month end. All right, you agree, you give them the product, but in our business, we also close targets on the same date. All right, month end comes, I think this month end on the 30th is on Thursday. Then all excuses starts coming up. No, I need my debit orders to go through first before I pay your credit. Before I pay your debt. And now what has happened? The stock is gone. The cash needs your target paid on the second, and some even do not pay. They will put you to another month and say, no, I really thought I will have money, but blah, blah, something happened. And by now, let's make it next month. What do? You do not have control over that. So that is why I say credit does not just delay money. It delays your growth. It delays your growth. Imagine you were counting on that sale to go. Just add your CCs that you miss to even close a rank, and then somebody does not pitch up. What happens? It limits your growth. So we need to understand that if someone cannot afford it now, They are not ready now, and that is okay. But do not break your business trying to please people. All right. So I just wanted to share a little story about myself. So for the past 12 months, I've consistently done 5K credits, and I committed that I will do for the next 12 months, I will do 5K credits no matter what. It was one of those non-negotiable goals I set to myself. Okay. But I don't buy case credits. I do not buy case credits. I sell case credits. So what do I mean when I say that? So every month I will set myself a target. For example, I've calculated if you are a supervisor in the Forever Marketing Plan, how much or what value of CCs do I need to make 5cc? So I put that down, but then I put, oh, I need 17,000 to make 5ccs. I aim for 20,000. All right. Because I also want to set myself a buffer for slow months or emergencies. All right. So some months I do fall short. That I need to agree. There are months that I do a lot of activities like going out to auctions and stuff, and I will make more than that. And other months I exceed. But overall, it balances out because I focus on sales, not pressure buying. And guys, I must tell you, I sell like crazy because that is what is within my control. Not recruiting. I know it's equally important, but people can change their minds even last minute. And if your business depends on last minute decisions, then it is not a staple business. Mm. Imagine somebody tells you they sign and then month end there are no way to be found. Oh, all right. So why do people do this? And I just want to give you a warning not to fall into that same trap. Because people want recognition, because our company is very good at that. So they buy stock to qualify, but now your money is stuck in invest first, no uncontrolled credit, track everything. Hmm? Fellow FBOs, we need to track, you need to track what comes in and what goes out. And everything we mean everything, because sometimes we have money wasters like you're going to drop off a tooth gel 20 kilometers away from where you live, but we normally just ignore that transport cost. So track everything. Grow steadily. Control debt isn't always bad. There are good debts, but undisciplined borrowing can choke your business. So only take debt with a clear repayment plan, not because you have joined this business and now you think money will be coming in and then you run off and go take a debt and then it becomes a problem paying it back. All right. So this business is not about looking successful. It's about being stable. We are building something that will last. We are building a legacy. That's why we call it a legacy business. And legacy is not built on credit or pressure. It's built on discipline, consistency, and smart financial decisions, even small ones, because those small leaks can become big losses. So you write everything that you spend on. Even if you went to buy everything related to the business, just start. I just want to I chose this topic, guys, because I realized that we need to do better as business owners. Hmm? I've seen my team members going mute because their stock is held up in credit and they have no way to continue. So I want you to work hard and stay in the same. I don't want you to work hard. You work hard, but you are in the same place. Hmm? It appears you're working hard every month, you're out doing activities, but your CCs are not growing or you're not ranking up. All right. We have an opportunity here. This business is really an opportunity presented to us. But that opportunity without discipline becomes frustration. I'm sure many of you are frustrated. We're moving to month end. There are people sitting with your money and you are wondering, how am I going to close this off? How am I going to do my processes? Or you relying on people that said they will join month end. Come month end, they are nowhere to be found. So I challenge you today, leaders. You need to protect your cash. You need to stop giving unnecessary credit. There are times that I talk. Hmm? It's not that it's not even a tooth gel, even an alu lip, they will give it on credit. And then when there's a sale, they don't have it in stock because they gave it on credit. So we need to reinvest consistently and grow with intention. Your profits now are not for you to eat. It's to grow your business. There will come a time where you will enjoy your profits. So, leaders, it's not about how much you sell, it's about how much you keep and how well you grow that. Because you can also not just keep and not grow it. You grow it by buying more stock, by investing in yourself, self-development. It's also another level of growth. All right. So let's not just be busy, guys. Let's not be busy running around like headless chickens. Let's be disciplined. And before I close, I want to thank you for waking up this early because for some of you, especially in Namibia, I know it's school holidays and you could have chosen to sleep in, but you chose to show up, learn, and grow. And that shows a lot about your mindset, discipline, and your discipline. So I appreciate your time, your energy, and your commitment. Let's build this together. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you. Any comments?